Hello, hello. All right. Hi, my name is Jeremiah Pedersen. I'm born and raised right here in Central Oregon. I was raised, as many of you were, to love my country. And I love my country at all times, even though I may not approve of the leaders or their actions in this country. And the reason I love my countries is because of the pioneers who set up the framework for future generations such as us. And this framework is known as the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and our Bill of Rights. Our founding fathers, they were wise. The way they crafted these documents was incredible. And I thank God every day to have been born in this country over all the other countries I could have been born in. And it's because of these documents that I have the confidence to stand before you today. The confidence to stand for what is right in the face of giant corporations. In particularly, it is the First Amendment that gives us this right to speak freely, the right to use our words for good or for bad, to voice our opinions, to share information with others, whether factual or false. And the First Amendment, it allows us to speak out against our leadership, unique to this country. So the First Amendment, it allows us many other freedoms, but today I am focusing on our right to free speech.
Perfect. Hold it up.
Hold it up more?
Yeah.
Okay. And these giant media corporations have decided amongst themselves, and who knows who else, to attempt to control what you and me hear, say, share, and communicate. And let me tell you, this is extremely dangerous, what they're doing. And we're seeing it now, how mass amounts of people are being led astray from alternative points of view, alternative scientific studies, alternative opinions, and even led astray from the truth. So I want to speak very briefly about the media and our president, because this has affected me personally. So these giant media companies are suppressing information by not reporting all of the actions of our president. And for a long time, I refused to look at Trump and see what he's doing for this country, because I assumed he was a bad man and a liar like the rest of the presidents.
Where's the teleprompter when you need it?
Yes. Lying, I assumed he was lying to get us to vote him in, and then he was going to screw us like screw the American people over, just like the rest of the presidents have done in my voting lifetime. So the media wants me to continue to believe that, but they messed up. And they messed up big time. See, over the past 4 years, they have consistently reported negatively on Trump, slandering him over and over. I finally decided to see for myself, to see why they were speaking so negatively of him when I thought he was one of them. And boy, was I shocked at how many promises he has kept. But you guys, this isn't a Trump rally. Media has suppressed so much content, so much different information. In the mainstream media, one of the things they do, they repeat their lies over and over, knowing full well what psychologists have proven, that lies repeated over and over eventually become truth to the hearer. A good example of this is multiple genders. More than two genders is a perfect example. But they don't just blatantly lie. Well, sometimes they do. They have blatantly lied, yes. But typically they don't blatantly lie, okay? That's not what they do. Typically, they will mix in a lie with a bunch of truth. And the mainstream media has an agenda, and oftentimes when alternative content becomes popular, it is wrongly slandered and taken down as if another's freedom of speech does not exist. Now, social media is not any better either. Social media has deleted literally thousands of videos on their platform, thousands of posts, thousands of comments, and more. Videos with viable information, scientific information, truth and facts. And maybe they've deleted untruthful stuff too. And I also say that is not okay. So they have shadow banned thousands of people. People who want to share their content to their friends, to their families and followers. Shadow banning stops that content from reaching others. Hundreds or more of influencers and content creators have been demonetized, hurting their message to their followers and hurting their livelihood, and furthermore, hurting their listeners, hurting us by denying us the right to hear the content we want to hear. Do you want another person to control what info you receive? No, me neither. Social media platforms have removed entire groups of people in order to stop the spread of information that they deem unhelpful to their agenda. And many of you may have already experienced this. Social media has taken it upon themselves to implement fact checkers. And fact checkers, I do that in quotations, in an attempt to control what others hear, see, and believe. These fact checkers are so full of you know what, they even block content with no statements whatsoever. Like, how do you fact check a picture? Or how do you fact check a question? It's unbelievable. You know, at least these fact checkers are easy to spot, and they reveal possible posts that I might find important as I'm scrolling through my news feed. So you guys, the reason why we are here in Prineville at this roundabout is because of how close it is to Facebook's data center. We're here because it's in our backyard. We want them to know that we do not approve of their censorship efforts. And I want you to know this. We outnumber them. They may be giant corporations with unlimited money, but we outnumber them. So much of their effort is to divide us. But all we got to do is unite. And not only that, you guys, it only takes 3% of the population to stand up and unite. Can I get an amen?
Amen!
Now, I know there's so much more I can speak on. We can go on and on for hours of their censorship. But you guys, this is the first protest. This is the starting point, the beginning of a fight. So we thank you for being here today, especially in these smoky conditions we're in. Thank you for standing up and doing the right thing today. Thank you for uniting with us, and thank you for supporting us. Not only us here today, but on behalf of those who couldn't attend or who didn't get the information about this today for one reason or another. This has already been a huge success, and for that, I thank you guys. This has been a huge undertaking, and if you'd like to get more involved, please reach out to me. We could use the help. Now, next up on the agenda, are you going to speak? Next up on the agenda, my friend Scott. He's going to get up here and he's going to talk to us about the history of our freedom of speech. But first, I want to tell you a little something about Scott. This man is very courageous. He is full of courage. He is full of boldness. He has a lack of fear, which so many of us desire, that lack of fear. He's passionate, and in that passion, he has joy. He lives life joyously, you guys. And there's just a peace that surrounds him that is so contagious and so attractive. You guys are going to love this man. I can't wait for him to get up here and talk. All right, that's it for today. Thank you guys for your support.